Hardly drinking your LaCroix.
These ones aren't that good. These aren't the cello, you know?
What ones are those?
Lemon. These aren't the lemon cello.
Okay.
The cello's a little sweeter.
I don't know much about the LaCroix flavors.
I mean, these are good. I think these would be better if they were colder. But they're not. I mean, they're... Oh, let's tap in here.
Oh, temp? Hold on.
So these are probably about 10 degrees colder than that.
72 degrees.
So these are probably, what, 62 degrees?
62.
No way. They got to be colder than that. Feel that.
Oh!
50 degrees?
Yeah, maybe 50 degrees. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid of it.
I think you have a higher... Okay, is this the beginning of the episode?
Yeah, of course it is.
All right. We're here. Episode number 362.
Wrong. No. Mm-mm.
What episode number is it?
I believe this one will be 105.
Wow. Look at us. So many things. So many cool things. I feel like this year there is so many good things coming out in the first 2 months of the year. Maybe not the first month, but the next 2 months.
Yeah,
they're just jam-packed of great, awesome, fun things to do and play and watch.
I'm really excited for the Settlers game I keep preaching about.
When's that come out?
I think it's supposed to come out in February too.
Oh my gosh.
I think.
Might as well count me not coming into work at all next month.
I did hear some possible bad news. I did see something where Starfield might be getting delayed again.
I don't think it's getting delayed.
You don't think so?
Nope. I don't think it's getting delayed.
We really won't know much about it until that
Their
Microsoft,
event.
that event we were going to talk about last week, but some things came up. So
when did those things come up? You're talking about with the Microsoft cuts?
I don't think it was with the I just saw an article that said. I mean,
everybody's speculating that
yeah.
because they haven't talked about it, but I truly don't think it's getting delayed. Their
speculation is that it's getting delayed because it might be getting delayed because they said it was supposed to come out like the beginning of this year, and we still haven't like heard much about it.
Yeah, we're 1 month through the quarter.
Mm-hmm.
We still have what, like 2, 3, 4 more or 3 more months.
I think so, yeah.
There's plenty of time for that game to drop.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think it's still coming out. I think it's going to come out in March.
I hope so. I think that's the game I'm most excited for. And
mine's Lightfall, but as like a game that's not Destiny, yeah, it'd be Starfield for sure.
Because Harry Potter, the Hogwarts Legacy, that's going to be a game that just like...
I'm getting it.
I'm playing that too. I'm going to play through it once. And then
yeah.
All right,
I might not even, depending on like how big the game is and how long it takes me, I might not even, because as soon as Lightfall drops, toodaloo, adios.
Yeah. So I found out something interesting because my wife is very interested in this game. She's a huge Harry Potter fan, and when we were looking up like dates for stuff of like coming out this year, I found out Hogwarts Legacy is not it's coming out on next gen Xboxes and PlayStation PC.
Yeah.
This in February. I was like, oh cool. It's not coming out on old gen Xbox, which is what we still have. So I was like, ooh, Lauren, that's a bad time for you. And then also it's not coming out on the Switch till I think July. So she's gonna have to wait some more.
Are you still gonna play it?
I'm gonna play it. I'm playing my own thing. But I think that'll be fun if I play it and I'm done, and then when she goes to play it, I'll be downstairs with her. And
are you going to let the game choose your house, or are you gonna choose your house? I've been thinking about this a lot lately.
That's interesting. I think I might let the game choose for you to kind of have that experience of like you don't like. I mean, in the story and in the books, it's set up like it takes in your like wish into account, but it's also looking at your personality and stuff like that, and like who you would like fit in with and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna let it pick for me, and probably be mad. It's gonna be like flipping a coin, where it's like, I can't decide. I'm gonna flip this coin.
I wonder if the
game
has some sort of like attribute system where you choose an attribute system and then it gives you like a higher percentage of like landing in one house.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna play it. I wasn't going to, but then like lately I've been like, man, I really want a new game to play right now, and I feel like that's a good one to play. It looks good, but that comes out on February 10th.
Was it 10th or 22nd or something?
It's definitely 10th. Like the 28th is Lightfall. The 10th. Oh, and then the weekend of February 13th.
Yeah, actually, February 10th. I think 22nd was something with the Anthem that I was looking up.
Anthem?
Don't worry about it.
What's Anthem doing?
Nothing. That was its initial release date.
February 10th through the 13th. Another free weekend of Dark and Darker.
So we're gonna be playing Dark and Darker before we even hop on Hogwarts Legacy because we've just got that little window. Well, that means we got to get Mitchell set up with a computer before that time.
I would like him to get one next week, but he's being weird about it. He's not going to get it till the last week of February, which I told him, I was like, that's a terrible time to get one. I'm telling you that right now. He's like, why? I was like, Lightfall drops on the 22nd, or the 22nd or the 28th. So the 28th, it's the last day of February that Lightfall comes out. If he's getting a computer right there, there's going to be like probably 2 weeks where I just don't play games with you guys at all.
I mean, I'll be all right. I mean, I'll play with them.
Yeah, I know.
And stuff like that. And
still, it's like an odd time to get it. And then, because he's getting it to play with us. And then I'll be like, well, I mean, I'm sure there will be times where I'm like, okay, it's Friday night. I'm going to play Zomboid with you guys or whatever the hell you guys are playing.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of it's going to be like me and the other Discord probably just playing Lightfall. But I'm getting, the real reason I'm getting Hogwarts Legacy is to support what the fuck's her name?
JK Rowling.
Oh, can we curse anymore? Isn't YouTube like cutting down on cursing where you can't curse at all anymore?
It is.
Well, it's only happening to like some people, not like all people.
Yeah, but won't it affect everybody in the long run?
It might. I don't know.
Katie, do you know about it?
I've heard a lot about it. Yeah, I don't know this like specific stuff, but
we gotta read that.
Not liking cursing. I know that.
Yeah, I heard cursing's getting like wiped.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I've even heard
they said that
they were talking about any like mature rating like games, they're gonna like age restrict that. And I was like, holy cow, that's.
All right, well, let's stay on track here. We can talk about that later.
So let's try and not curse this episode. Is that what we're gonna try and do?
No, that ain't fucking happening. So I'm getting it to support JK Rowling and her amazing Harry Potter world that she's created. That's why I'm getting it remotely. I might not even play it. I might just buy. I honestly might buy like 6 or 7 copies just because.
Just to support her.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very nice of you.
I think so.
Very generous.
I think that's super generous
for a good cause.
Honestly, though, I don't get the whole hubbub about it. It's like, if you don't like it, just don't play it. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Because you know what I've noticed? Protocol. What was that game called? Callisto Protocol or whatever the hell. Callisto Protocol.
Yeah.
Came out and it had like really bad reviews. So bad, and like everybody was like talking about it that I didn't even try it.
Yeah.
Like it kind of ruins it. I just felt like, well, the majority of people are saying it's shit, so I'm just like not gonna even try it. But
I mean, I think that's kind of what we've been preaching here on the show quite a bit now is unless like you're really, really interested in a video game, I'm buying it on launch. I think we're getting pretty good at not buying a game on launch. I mean, like Call of Duty, we regret buying Call of Duty a lot.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like you got to form your own opinion.
Yeah, but I think that comes with a game coming out, seeing the reviews and gameplay and the issues and maybe or like the good stuff about it.
I think if I would have still played, and I still could just buy Callisto, but like I think if I play that game today, I would enjoy it. Is what I'm saying. Like there's this like culture behind hating on video games, and I think Hogwarts Legacy is like a good example because all these, I'm gonna say it, you weird nerds that like Harry Potter so much are so like weird about it that they're like freaking out. It's like, just don't play it, but don't ruin it for people that like want to try it, because there's gonna be, it's gonna damage. Like I don't even think she gets. I mean, she gets royalties, but I don't think she gets like constant royalties on that game.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think she gets like a baseline royalty for the Harry Potter. Is it even called Harry Potter?
No, I think it's just called Hogwarts Legacy.
But it's in her world, so she gets like I don't know. I just
think it's just like a licensing deal where they're allowed to use that IP.
Well, I'm excited. I think it looks sick. I'm gonna play it. It's gonna be the first $60 game I've bought since Call of Duty, right?
Call of Duty was $70.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
and then Diablo 4 is going to be $70, and I hate that.
You know how much Lightfall is?
No.
$100.
Jeez.
But that's because you could buy it for $50, or you could buy the $100 one, get all 4 seasons, and then an exotic gun. So
I love arguing with. I don't love arguing with people, but I love seeing comments of people saying, like, when we complain about, prices of video games are going up, and everyone's like, it's just $10. It's just such and such. You must be poor. It's just like, you guys aren't understanding the implications of prices going up. It's going to be $70 now. Well, then in another 10 years or so, or whatever.
You think I want to pay $100 for Lightfall?
Yeah. No.
It's not worth. I don't think $100 price tag is worth a deal or an expansion for Destiny. An expansion for Destiny should be like $40, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like the World of Warcraft expansions when they came out were like $35, $40, and they were massive, game-changing expansions for fucking $40.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
the times were different too. Games were only like $50 back then.
Well, wasn't like the first like 2 or 3 expansions, weren't they like full $60 games?
Maybe, I don't remember.
So I think later, Mist of Pandaria, they changed it to $40, and that was one of the big things of like, oh yeah, I might come back. It's only $40 now.
That's how they were getting you.
Yeah, that's how they get. But I was like, man, that seems like such a better price point for World of Warcraft, especially for like you are paying $60 or not $60, $15 a month on top of that.
Yeah. Did you see? Speaking of like DLCs and Hogwarts Legacy, did you see that Quidditch isn't in the game at launch, but you might be able to get it later on by paying extra?
Really?
Yeah. Like a DLC expansion. I guess they took out like a big portion of the map too. So people are like, oh, this must be like a DLC that's going to be coming out. Like a map edition and stuff like that.
I guess
curious.
That's okay.
I'm a little curious on how this game is going to play, because they're like, oh, it's super open world and you can go and explore. I have a feeling, though, it's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be very railed, and it's going to be very like,
I think once you're going
you
into
can go
like
back to the forest and explore through the forest, but the forest is very one path.
I do kind of dislike even video games that are like, oh, the place is open world, but a lot of places, a lot of games, when they try to like make it's open world and the quests take place in the open world, they kind of try to cram everything into that open world, kind of like try to make it work for like those missions to take place. I kind of do like when there is an open world in general, and then when you go out to do like main quests and stuff, it kind of takes you somewhat off the map or off somewhere where it's a little bit more railed, but it's somewhere you haven't been in the world already. But I think something like Red Dead Redemption, it does an awesome job of like everything happens in that open world, but it's so massive that you don't really notice it.
Yeah.
I kind of have felt that way with Destiny a little bit, but Destiny was a little bit different because you would kind of start off in the actual open world, and then you would go into some linear things. But I thought they were always like a little bit short, and it was just always like
super
a little
short.
Yeah.
No, yeah. The whole like patrol system that Destiny does isn't. It's cool for like the first 2 months of an expansion, but like afterwards, you don't go to it anymore. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that's how Hogwarts Legacy is going to be. I think it's going to be identical to that. I think you're going to have like a patrol style open world where it's like a small map that you're free to go do whatever you want, but every time you encounter something, it's going to do what you said. It's going to take you into like a little dungeon style path, and then you're going to do the mission or whatever, but then you're never going to come back to this for anything unless you're going back to like collect collectibles or some shit.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's massive. It's huge. The whole school's explorable. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, when they say that, you kind of have to be a little
like,
bit.
It's not.
I don't know about that one.
You're lying.
We've heard this before.
You're lying. I hope I'm wrong. This is me hating on something that's not out yet, but I'm just saying, I'm not hating. I guess I'm just like, I hope I'm wrong.
I think that's very I think that's pretty reasonable.
So what do you think about the fact that she's a racist, sexist pig and we're going to play her game?
I was about to say I'm all for it. No, it doesn't bother me. I'm also not really a part of like that whole. It doesn't affect me.
But you are married to a fan of Harry Potter. Is she part of that woke group?
No, she's not actually. Mm-hmm. She even has a gay friend. And I asked his opinion about it, and he's like, "I don't care. I'm playing it," because he also likes Harry Potter too. I'm like, "Yeah, really. That's if you like it, just play it. Come on. Or if you like the world, just play it."
Yeah, I don't. It's not.
And
like
if it bothers you that much, then don't play it.
It's not like she had like a full pull on it. I don't even think she was. I'm almost 100% positive that the developers were like, we have to make sure that she has no tie in this.
Yeah, I think they have been trying to distance themselves from her. But the problem is, so she gets on Twitter and she does her thing, and then everyone tries to find loopholes in her story of like, oh, the goblins, they run the bank. They're like a certain type of people in real life. And she's clearly trying to make... What do you mean, what kind of people?
Yeah. Wait a second, what are you talking about? They're just goblins.
Yeah, it's like in mythological universe, goblins...
high fantasy.
High fantasy. Goblins are usually known for being obsessed with gold, and they've got big noses.
But who do they resemble?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. I'm not that.
Who has big noses?
I don't know.
Likes money. Huh? Katie, do you know?
I'm not commenting.
They're goblins. Yeah, I don't know. I think people are stretching, reaching too much. Here's an idea. It's a fucking fake fantasy.
Mm.
And we're gonna talk down to you so hard about a video game that we're probably only gonna play for a month.
Oh, I for sure am only gonna play for. Let me see here.
You're gonna look up.
I'll just do the math. I mean, I didn't even beat High on Life.
I haven't either. I started it. Haven't finished it. But see, now there's another thing with High on Life. Now Justin Roiland's coming out with all these things.
That's why I stopped playing it.
So now everyone's like, well, do we want to support this guy?
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't either.
Comes out on the 10th.
I'm already paying for it since I have Game Pass.
It comes out on the 10th, but that's Dark and Darker weekend.
Yeah, so we're gonna play Dark and Darker.
So I'll probably be playing Dark and Darker with a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy, but mostly Dark and Darker. So really, I won't be starting to play till Monday.
We'll probably play Dark and Darker or play Hogwarts Legacy if like not all of us are on.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks for me. Because then on the 28th,
I'll give you plenty of time.
28th, yeah, but you know what's fucking terrible? And I've said this a million times. Love Destiny so much, but it just consumes my playtime.
I think that happens with like World of Warcraft too. It just, if you're like playing World of Warcraft, you just kind of have, that has to be like your main game.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I finished everything in this season like 2 weeks ago. I am legitimately at the point now where I'm just waiting for the last 2 weeks for the story to pick back up, because that's when it's going to pick back up. Me getting on every week serves me zero purpose. There is no reason for me to log into that game, but yet I still log into it almost every day to do like nothing. So I said this last season, I need to just be like, okay, there's nothing going on in Destiny. There's no point for me to get on unless the clan is raiding. If the clan's like, hey, we need somebody to raid, I can hop on, do the raid, hop off. But I feel like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but I could just grind a couple more levels on the path. But why? I don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for me to do that. I could have had what's that game called? High on Life.
Yeah.
Beat.
I mean, but you like Destiny, so
that is true.
I don't.
It's not like I'm not having fun playing it, but I feel like it's consuming me. I mean,
isn't the point of the game you get really good gear, so then you can actually, do the whole South Park deal? Like, what do you mean? We can play the game now.
That is true. As soon as I finish getting to max light, I'm like, now what? What do you mean? Now we play the game. Now we play GMs.
Yeah.
For no fucking reason. Just to flex that we can do them.
And see if you can beat your time, get better at the game.
I'm already the best there is. Best fucking hunter on the goddamn game. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna put it down for Hogwarts Legacy. Except for when Dark and Darker.
Yeah, we
gotta push Mitchell to get a computer.
I know, because if we play Dark and Darker with him, that is gonna be so much fun.
Okay, you gonna play Dark and Darker with us?
I have played it before.
Yeah, but you're gonna play it that next weekend.
Wait, hold on, Katie.
Weekend.
Why didn't you get on top of us on like?
Yeah, why weren't you like, hey, Dark and Darker's got a free
you guys
beta
should try,
weekend?
You guys should try this game.
I didn't know it was like gonna have a free weekend.
It was an alpha beta. It's a beta test.
Mm-hmm.
Because the game's not out
I've
yet.
only played it once, okay? Don't act like I...
Katie,
goodness.
I'm going to need...
That's what she said about Deep Rock.
Deep Rock,
It turns out to be the best
whatever.
game ever.
Katie, I think every time you start playing a new game, you need to come in with like a daily report on like, so these are the games I'm trying, these are the games I think are really good, and I think these are the games that guys should be trying.
Every time I see you playing a new game I haven't seen before, I always check it out on Steam just to see. Because I'm like, after Deep Rock, I'm like, I can't trust her. I have to see what game she's playing now, because she knows.
She knows too much.
She knows too much. She knows the bangers. So I'm like, I gotta find them.
Yeah, the only thing Connor and I find are like stuff that are getting announced, and we're like, oh, it's gonna be great,
and then we don't play it.
And then we don't play it. But then like you show us Deep Rock, and we're like, this is the greatest game of all time right now.
Granted, she did tell us that pretty early, and early, but like earlier from the time that she was playing it, and we were like, yeah, that looks cool, but we were playing something else at the time.
Yeah.
Was it Warlanders?
It might have been.
Which also comes out soon.
Katie, you got to play Warlander with us. That game's really fun.
That game's fun.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna be free.
I hope it's free.
Ooh.
I was talking to some other
gamers.
Other gamers. They were working for a company that they're our customers, and we were in an elevator together, and one kid's about our age, and he's talking to a guy a little bit older than us, and he starts talking about Micro Center, and I was like, go on. And I was like, you guys gamers or PC gamers? They're like, oh yeah. I was like, oh yeah, shit. So I thought that was pretty.
I've been like, here's the Discord, join up. Yeah, I started playing with all those guys on the Discord. Here's the thing about the Discord, what I'm starting to learn. Newer Discord channels are full of Gen Zers.
Nice.
Like the next generation of gamers, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm playing with all these kids. They're like 19, 18 years old, so they're all like Gen Zs, right? There's a couple ones there's like a couple people my age, but most of them are like 19, 20. And holy cow. Just the way that they communicate with each other compared to how we used to communicate with each other playing video games back then, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Like they're not mean to each other. They're like super super nice to each other and like super caring. And what's really weird, and it's fine. It's awesome because I'm actually enjoying playing with all of them.
Do you think that comes with they need to get more comfortable with each other before?
No, a lot of these guys a lot of them work together outside of Destiny, like in the real world. They're like, some of them are real world friends and stuff. They're like super nice to each other.
I kind of hate that. That bothers me.
Well, it was weird at first, but then I'm like, okay, I get it. I mean,
I don't feel like I can trust somebody that's always nice to me.
We still joke to each other.
I can trust you more than anyone because you're mean and honest to me.
Well, yeah, of course. But it's just weird. There's also like a lot of like, I'll talk about it later. I don't want to talk about it and put it on recording just for their
about to say something.
Sake.
Okay. You were gonna out them?
Not really outing them. It's like it's like public for.
Do you tell all these Gen Zers to come watch our podcast?
No, I don't promote. They know I have a podcast, and they know like Sundays I can't do anything.
That's good
because they're always messaging me. You want to raid? And I'm like, I would love to raid, but I am recording the podcast, and a couple of them I play with a lot more than others, so they are like the ones who like DM me, and they're like, stop doing the podcast and get the fuck over here and raid. I'm like, I'm not doing it right now. So, but it's just a different ball game, and I think that's why you see so many people complaining about all these gamers now that complain about everything, because they're like the new woke generation.
Yeah.
So like even in games they like bring it over, and it's like, whoa, it's weird. I'm just there to try to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of it, especially like when we played Call of Duty, and you just have those people just doing the like N-word stuff, and that stuff just like annoys me because they're always just trying to do it just to get a rise out of people and like be that annoying person. I mean,
I never got that.
I was playing a game and somebody just started saying the N-word like over and over and over again, like trying to get people to like say something or to like mute them, and everybody just starts going, and that's a mute, and that's a mute, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna mute this guy because this is fucking annoying. I'm trying to just play the game. I don't want to hear racist things.
It's just like some kid that doesn't know what's going on. But yeah, none of them are like that. But it's a whole different ballgame. I wasn't expecting it, and it's weird over Discord because I didn't know when you hear people, they sound older than what they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, okay, these are all like my age. And then the more I play with them, I was like, wait a sec. Wait a second.
How old are you?
Well, they asked me because we play with our webcams on.
So really?
We all interact with each other on Discord with our webcams on. So when I turned my webcam on for the first time, they were like, holy shit. They're like, you don't look anything like what you sound like. They're like, you look like a goddamn lumberjack. And I'm like, and I was like, yeah, I sound a lot younger over the mic. And they're like, yeah, but how old do you think we are? And I was like, well, I thought you guys were a lot older. They still look like older kids, but like Banana, I thought Banana was like a 32-year-old guy. He's fucking 19. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So there's a lot of like crazy things. So I think that's why everybody's like, how many games? Hang on, let's check real quick. Derek, you take the reins here. Let me look up some on Steam charts.
I got the reins.
Yeah, you got it. Steam charts.
What are you looking up?
Steam charts, top selling games.
Oh. Why are you trying to say that's Destiny again?
No. Destiny hasn't been top seller in a while. It's just like in the top 10 or top 5 played. I want to see if Hogwarts Legacy.
It has been like some of the top. I think I saw a couple things where they said it's been like the most pre-ordered game. It's a big pre-ordered game right now.
So all you fucking baby back whiners at home crying about the game, it's okay. Give it like 2 months after the game releases. People who were complaining about it are going to turn around and buy it and play it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Or they're just going to move on with their lives.
Hogwarts Legacy stands a good shot at being the best-selling game of the year. Wow. Slow down there, buddy. There's a lot of games. I will say this right now, too. I think Starfield's going to be free to play through Gamepass.
Yeah.
I'm buying it if it drops on Steam, though.
Yeah, I think...
For me, just because I think it'll run better on Steam.
Yeah, I just like having things on Steam better. Like, I really only want the Game Pass now for those games that we can play with our buddies, or it's not going to be compatible on Steam Deck, which, like, they did say Hogwarts Legacy is going to be compatible on Steam Deck. So now I'm going to be playing some Hogwarts Legacy on Steam.
Yeah, but that's not free on the Xbox.
No. But, like, Starfield, I probably will be able to play that on... I don't know. If I can't play with my friends on Xbox with the game on Game Pass, I'm probably just gonna get it on Steam because I like it better on Steam.
Well, it's not multiplayer, so
right. That's what I mean. I can't play with anyone, so I'm like, well, I might as well just get it on Steam.
It is coming to Steam. So I'll probably do the same thing because it just runs like doo-doo dog shit on
Xbox.
Yeah.
Wasn't Steam and Xbox trying to make some sort of agreement for like some sort of Game Pass interaction with Steam?
I don't know. That'd be pretty fucking dope if you could just like link your account and then like pretty much get.
I might be just making that up, but I thought I remember seeing something like that.
Imagine being able to get all the Game Pass games on Steam for like free, and it just like plays through the Steam launcher.
That would be crazy.
I mean, the only games I have on the Xbox are Gang Beast, High on Life, Minecraft. What if we started playing Minecraft again? Just kidding. I don't want to do that. That was a joke.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to continue the server that new server that we had.
I get my internet fixed, and you guys all stopped playing Minecraft.
Well, because other things started happening.
Nothing happened. You guys all started playing Overwatch.
Because Overwatch 2 came out.
Okay, cool. You guys were playing the same game. You mean Overwatch 1 got an update?
Yeah.
I spent an extra 2 weeks figuring out rushing to get my internet fixed.
You were rushing to get that internet fixed.
Nope. And then I finally get something that works, and these guys are like, yeah, we're not playing Minecraft anymore. And I'm like, okay, cool.
We'll get back on that server.
I guess I'll just play Destiny.
I built a wall around our whole land.
We're playing Zomboid.
And then Tanner keeps getting killed by skeleton archers somehow.
We're playing Zomboid.
I want to play Zomboid too. I'd much rather play Zomboid than Minecraft at this moment.
Ever. I would much rather play Zomboid than Minecraft every single time we get the chance to.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think this is a good spot to end the episode and go into the after show.
We didn't talk about The Last of Us, but it's okay. We'll come back next week and talk about 2 of the episodes.
Or we could wait till the whole season ends and then like do a thing at the end. But
I mean, we'll probably still do that. But
so far, I think that The Last of Us is great. But yeah, we'll talk about that later.
See ya.
Yes, goodbye.